so show us what you've been up all night working on.
Okay, I've decided to return to my roots because people from YouTube are wondering, like, when is this going to be on Dreamcast? How are you going to put it on Dreamcast? And it's like, dude, it was originally for Dreamcast. If you go back and watch our first adventures in game development, it was only for Dreamcast. We put it on PC because the subscribers wanted it. So, I broke the build a while ago because the
You're gay.
Lua 5.0 is on Dreamcast and we're using 5.1. And I was way too lazy to put it on Dreamcast, build the library, but I finally got around to it, so check it out. I bought me a fancy KVM box for my dev setup, so check it out. This is my second monitor. I push the magic button. This is my Dreamcast.
Oh, snap.
Alright, so
That's tight.
here we have quit. Here's the PC build. Start without debugging. There it is. And let me send the Dreamcast over.
Die.
Oh, really? You know, the point of the engine is so that it works. Alright, I'm transferring it to Dreamcast right now. Should be receiving.
Pretty sure it just died.
Pretty sure it's loading over the network.
Pretty sure there's a term for that called streaming.
Okay. So here it is. And everything should be working. Just about exactly the same, except there's a few minor inconsistencies, like this one, that really pisses me off. You can see this NPC walking behind the text.
You?
Which is cool. So it's me. I was like, hello, my name is Falco Gurgis. But, you see that red block?
What the...
That's because it's loading the new line character as part of the string, because the C++ standard library on Dreamcast.
Well, what the crap is going on there?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll tell you later. But it gets getLine also gets a new line, so every time we're using getLine, it has an extra new line on Dreamcast, and Visual Studio doesn't do that, so that pisses me off.
So shouldn't you be able to fix that?
Alright, but check it out. You can see that Peter's Lua crap, like this damage tile, it works fine.
Oh, wow.
See, my HP, and he's bleeding. All that is happening in Lua, and then use item. I don't have any items, never mind. So when you die...
That's what the debug prompt is for.
Look, Peter made particle... What?
Peter?
Peter, you idiot! Look what he's doing. He made so many particles that it's overloading the vertex buffer. And it stores every vertex before I print. So these are being... before it draws it. So all these are sprites, the text. And he's making so many particles that it's overriding their vertices with the particles. Peter, you dumb ass. So right now we're trying to wrap all these systems to Lua using something called toLua++, so we aren't actually doing much work anymore. And that does work on Dreamcast, if anybody's wondering. I compiled it and it works fine. So right now we're working on the item system, because this is non... we haven't done that yet. Camera, warp, inventory, input level. You have access to all those from Lua. So for example, we decide like what sort of scenarios we're going to have. So let's say there's a trigger or something. You need to add an item to the map. Like you push a switch and like an item appears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, Peter, the overloading functions. Yeah. We decide from Lua we just want to be able to do add, conquer. We can do like heart. But it's actually an index. So we're overloading this to take a name and a number. So you can do this. And then name actually calls number when it finds out the index that corresponds with this string. Then you can remove by name or number also. So we're overloading it just so it's easier for Lua.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, on a grand scheme of things, you'd do something like this in the script.
Whoa.
So
you filled up 2 entire dev boards.
Don't ignore all this crap. It was for what Peter was working on. Something like...
Peter,
might be the
wait,
intro.
what was that?
That was the fake battle system.
Shut up. I don't think we talked about that yet.
Alright, so you would do, what would you do, item sys equals get item system. That returns a reference to the item system from the engine. And so I give Peter access to the members he needs. He doesn't actually have access to things that, like, see, it's stored as a vector in the engine. And
I love how you use Peter and Lua synonymously. I give Peter access to the thing.
They're the same thing. Peter's not a person. Yep. He's the scripter. It doesn't matter.
Little script kitty.
So anyway, it's actually implemented as a vector, but it doesn't matter because he's just calling the accessors to manipulate it, so he doesn't actually worry about that. So like, let's say you have a trigger, then you want to make something happen, like you want to make items appear. You do.
What the crap is triggered?
Item sys. It's a trigger, dumbass. Item sys dot add conquer, like we said, add concrete item. Add concrete item. You want to add a heart. Now you want to be able to keep track of what that heart is, so this returns an index. That index corresponds to its location in the vector.
That is like half Lua, like half C++.
No, it's
what
just
the hell is
Lua.
wrong with you? Really? Then why is this here?
Oh, it's like that. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is. My syntax is C++.
So you add it back.
Because I like it better. Now you have an index that you can keep track of this with. If you want to remove it later, you would do item sys dot remove conquer, because it's a concrete item, which is on the map, and you pass it the index.
You just said item sys dot? You mean colon?
Colon, yeah, whatever.
It's like add. It's
but anyway,
like the.
You see what I mean? You can't pass it a name or an item type because then it'll remove every heart, which we overloaded it to do. So if you just pass a name or item type, it'll remove every heart. But if you want to remove a particular one, you have to keep track of what it was in the vector and remove it by its index.
Yeah. So you got to override the function signature, and you can't do that if it's
basically you have to overload a function, like I just said. You dumb as hell.
So what this thing is the member of operator.
We're done, Marcel. We're done.
Okay, so I can honestly
say that it's been a little while since I've been genuinely impressed with the level editor. What about you, Peter?
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I can also honestly say that I'm really impressed right now. What have you done to it?
I made it user friendly. Look at this. Previously, you'd select a tile, and you would lay tiles like this.
One at a time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now I added this, where you can select multiple tiles at a time. See what I mean? Oh, that's an object. Like this. See?
Right.
And then I can lay it like this. See what I mean? Like click.
Right.
Lay this square one at a time.
Correct.
Alright? But on top of it, I added this, where you can tile it within an area.
That is
whatever
badass.
you have selected.
That is badass.
Alright, so why would you want to use this other than the fact that it's awesome? Look at this, okay? This map, this is a map that Peter made, okay? Right here?
Yeah.
Alright, this is a map that I made, okay?
This is how they've been collaborating all night.
Alright, so what I do is I just load his map into another tab, and then, like, you know, to combine them, just go to his. Let's see, right, where'd it go? Okay, here. Just select everything here, go over here, and find a nice spot, lay it, and then just repeat for the objects.
Yeah, so you can copy and paste like entire rooms, different layers from rooms, make templates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's copying and pasting.
And then, like,
and there, he just recreated Peter's level.
let's see. And see, like, you know, if you're, like, let's say laying a section of a wall or whatever, you can select it like this and then just, like, click individual parts, or you can just right and left click at the same time and just drag fill sections. See?
That is tight.